Hello and welcome to the incredibly influential and highly successful podcast. My name is Kale. I'm incredibly influential.
And my name is Maxwell, and I am highly successful.
Today is Friday, October 20th, 2023. We're recording this at 10 in the morning. Very important because we're talking about some current events today. We're jumping straight into it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Buckle your fuckles. I think it was last, 1 week ago today. Uh,
So
uh,
current.
Yes. Well, we'd already recorded last week's episode by then. But 1 week ago today, a creator that we've talked about before, SSSniperwolf, or SSSniperwolf, if you prefer. Um, Such a fucking stupid name, by the way. Kind of an OG creator on YouTube. Been on there for at least 10 years. Um, Went on her Instagram and doxed another creator by the name of Jacksfilms. And if you don't have any context for this, which by this point in the week, when this comes out on Tuesday, it will have blown up the internet. Everyone's made a video on it. There was a mogul mail. There was Moist Critical made 2 videos. It was on Philip DeFranco multiple times. Everybody's made videos about this, and it's actually kind of really funny to see it because I've been a Jacksfilms fan for the better part of about 8 years. Yeah, it's been at least 8 years. Because I was there for YGS 100, which was came out this. I think it came out this month. 8 years ago. So yeah, so that was back in 2015, and I've known of Jacksfilms for longer, but I got into his content around like 2015, and I've been pretty loyal since then. But like, and he's like a real OG creator. He's been making shit since 2006, right? Fucking forever ago, right? And it's really funny to see creators like Asmongold or uh uh like some of the newer creators and shit who are like not fans of Jack's films and who like don't recognize, because he's kind of niche, right? Like he's been on here for a long time. And there's like a common joke on his channel that he's never gonna make it to 5 million subscribers. Because he's found his audience. It's niche, but they're very loyal. Um, but so it's really funny to see all these like new creators like talking about this drama, and they have no idea who Jack's Films is, and like they have no context on the drama whatsoever. Um, like they're still largely like they get the gist of it, but like they don't really get the context. So, for example, Asmongold's video on the issue. But let's explain the situation. How about that? Sorry, I'm getting off topic. Maxwell, are you familiar with the situation?
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you explain it. Wait, are you a Jack's Films fan?
Okay, you want me to explain it? So, for the better half of maybe 2 months, um, Jack's Films has pointed out that Sniper Wolf has been stealing the content of TikTok creators and
Mm-hmm.
putting it in her videos, and
Yeah.
often removing any source of credit for the people who originally uploaded the videos, um,
Yes.
which is a violation of typical copyright practice.
Yes.
And Jack's Films, as somebody who is calling this out, is actually uh, kind of in the right, because he is similar to Sniper Wolf in that a lot of his content
Uh,
is content in the
Sorry,
sense,
you cut out for a second there.
okay, Well,
You said for a lot of
wherever.
his content.
Okay, for a lot of his content, Jacksfilms makes he's engaging with other users and other people, and it's not directly his content that he is like producing to make his videos, but
Yes.
what he does that is notably different from Sniper Wolf is he always includes the usernames of everyone he uses a comment from to engage with in his videos.
Yeah. Um. So I want to add a little bit more context as
All
well, if
right.
that's okay. Um. So the Sniper Wolf thing is not a new thing. So basically, what happened was about a year ago, he released a video on Sniper Wolf. He's had a history of going after like reaction channels. So like back in the day, he went after Ray William Johnson. He that was more like lighthearted fun, you know, just like just making fun of him. And then he went after a few others. But the main one I remember is Jinx. Um, he his Jinx video was very funny. It was just go look it up. It's really funny. But if you're familiar with Jinx's style of content, it's very funny. Um, and then last year he released a video around this time of year about Sniper Wolf, where he sort of released some grievances where he was like, she makes all of her money um, making TikTok reaction videos. Like she rolls them bitches out like 3 times a fucking day. It's her fucking upload schedule is ridiculous because it takes no effort, and she doesn't credit the creators. She doesn't give any money that she makes from that to the creators. She just goes in there and fucking barely adds anything whatsoever. In fact, I would argue that if she added nothing, if she literally wasn't even on the screen, the videos would be better.
Something funny is that uh well, you gotta add more context to this before anyway.
Yeah.
Jax
Um,
Films has called out Sniper Wolf on this, even though she's been doing it for several years, as
yes.
recently as a year ago, but more frequently about 2 months ago, I
Yeah.
guess.
He started about a year ago, and he was making videos that like more parodied her style of content. And then about 2 months ago, I think she came after him on Twitter, and he thought that was really funny. So he really got her goat. So he was like, you know what, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna uh, restart this channel, because he created a second channel called Jacksfilms, in obviously in reference to Sniper Wolf. Um, and he came back doing what he started doing was he was grading her reactions, where he would be like, oh, if you credit the creators, you get a C plus to start, but if you don't, you get an F. And it's like, yeah. And then he transitioned over into Bingo because her content is so predictable, and it's yeah. And it shut up, dog. My dog's barking. um, he heard me talking about Sniper Wolf, and he's upset now.
Right.
But so he was doing that, and he was cranking out videos pretty regularly, doing that for the last 2 months. They're pretty good. They're pretty funny. It's I would argue they're, my one main critique of that is that they are less funny and more critical. And I mean, that's still good. Like, obviously, 110% behind that. I'm just saying, like, it's, it's less funny than it is main. But, like, she deserves the mainness. And now she especially deserves it. Because what she did 1 week ago today, uh, she was on her Instagram story. She said, "Should I go visit Jack's Film's house? He lives less than 5 minutes from my shoot." And then in the next story, she went to Jack's Film's house. She posted his the front of his house while he and his wife Erin were in there, and posted it on her story for 5 million Instagram followers. 5 fucking million, right? And it's crazy. And Jacksfilms made a few tweets about it, and he's like, this is ridiculous. It has to stop. He went on, he made a YouTube video about it, and ever since then, fucking everyone and their mother has been tweeting about it. So Jacksfilms has what he calls his council, which is like a group of like his editors and like the people who like. So he makes a lot of content based on like other people's like comments and stuff. One of his biggest shows is called Yesterday I Asked You, where he asks a question and people submit answers, and his council picks them out so he can read them. So a lot of his council has been sort of blowing up, and I think what was really funny and sort of harkens back to the whole people don't understand what's going on because not a lot of people watch Jacksfilms is Philip DeFranco talked about it on the PDS show, and both of the tweets he showed for like people calling out Sniper Wolf were members of the council, and he didn't disclose that, and that was funny. But like, the real Sully G, he's like the automaton guy on YouTube. He makes a lot of automaton content. He made a couple of pretty good videos about it. And he's a longtime friend of Jacksfilms. And yeah, it's been really good that everyone on all of the creators on YouTube have like collectively banded together to be like, no, this is not okay. But what's really shitty is, as of 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central on Friday, October 20th, nothing has happened. YouTube has not done anything except release a bunch of fucking tone-deaf tweets about it and apparently change their fucking policy to defend her. Because if you didn't know, she's got like 32 million subscribers, so she rakes in hella fucking dosh, right? She makes a shit ton of fucking money for YouTube, right? But what do? They protect their golden goose. I made a few official statements on Twitter. Follow us at IIHS Podcast on Twitter. There you go. There's a little shout out for you. I made an official statement when this first came out, because you weren't there for this, Maxwell, but when he first released the Sniper Wolf video, me and Danny commented on it. We talked about that last October, and we gave our thoughts on that, and we've been behind Jacksfilms 100% this whole time,
right.
And we will continue to do so because, obviously what Sniper Wolf did, like content-wise, was bad enough. She was exploiting people and not adding anything and violating copyright, and that's illegal and it's not okay. But what she did now has gone from scummy and disgusting to downright fucking dangerous, and she needs to be fucking deplatformed. Like a lot of people, a lot of creators have been like, oh, demonetize her, or like, at least like temporarily demonetize her or like take down her videos and shit. No, I'm absolutely on the hard line. Deplatform her, get her off of YouTube, get her off of Twitch, get her off of fucking everything, right? This is not okay. Especially because she has an arrest record for like armed robbery, and she showed up at his fucking house and like showed it to her millions of fucking fans, and she gave her audience instructions on how to find where he lives. And so now, when you Google Jacksfilms, one of the first autocomplete results is Jacksfilms' house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's gone radio silent these last few days. I hope they're Jack and Aaron are okay. I hope they're doing okay. But it really, really sucks. It's very sad that they don't feel like safe anymore, you know, because there Jacksfilms is basically like a drama-free YouTuber, right? Like when he makes a video like calling you out and shit, you know you've done something pretty fucked up, right? Like he doesn't get in like insult wars. He's never on like drama alert. But like even Keemstar talked about it on his Twitter. He's like, when is YouTube gonna step in for Sniper Wolf? And you know, it's absolutely heartbreaking when the worst person you know makes a great point. But you know, even a stop clock is right twice a day. But yeah, I've been 110% on Jacksfilms' side before this. I personally, I wrote this down in my notes. I wrote a couple of notes about this if you'd like for me to share them.
Okay.
So Sniper Wolf, I have been familiar with Sniper Wolf for a lot longer than perhaps most people have been, considering her audience is now fucking children. But when I was a kid about 11 years ago, when I was about 10 years old, I think she was in a couple of, you know, videos, I think with KYR Speedy and the crew. So if you're familiar with them from like back in the day, they used to make like GTA videos and Black Ops 2 videos and shit, you know, from fucking way, way back in the day. This is 2012 type shit, you know, fucking forever ago, right? And she was annoying back then, and she's annoying now. Nobody, let me tell you, fucking nobody follows her for her personality. Let me just say. She made her living by being, you know, I'm gonna say it. I don't want to seem sexist, but I mean, come on, it's Sniper Wolf. She's not funny. She made her living off of being hot. You know? She used to clickbait back then about how she was about like, you know, being girl gamer, blah 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 blah. Yeah, no, she was not fucking funny back then. She had no personality back then, and she has somehow gotten worse. And I don't know when she started doing the TikTok reaction content, but Jesus Christ, it really shows that she just has negative brain cells. She's fucking stupid. And you know what? We're fuck her. I hope YouTube deplatforms her. I assume you agree?
Well, yeah, she went ahead and did something that was illegal.
Yeah. I'm hoping Jacksfilms presses charges on her, honestly. Because what she did could theoretically be counted as illegal under California law. I'm not, you know, could be. I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but if Jacksfilms press charges, I would not be surprised, and I would fully 110% endorse them. I hope she does actually face legal consequences for this, because this is fucking ridiculous. You can't do this sort of thing. You can't. It goes against like every single like internet rule, right? Like, you know, we've had beef with internet creators before. We have beef with Sniper Wolf right now, but we're not gonna fucking dox her. Okay, that's a fucking crime, and it's wrong. It just shows that she can't handle criticism. She can't handle conflict, and she has the brain of a fucking 13-year-old, if that. Ironic that when I watched her when I was 10 years old, I was more mature than her, and I still would consider myself more mature than her at 10 years old. Jesus fucking Christ. And it's ridiculous. It's genuinely fucking ridiculous that she is probably going to get away with this, because Neil Mohan, who's the new CEO of YouTube, Susan left, I think, last year. Neil Mohan would personally suck the cock of every single Google investor, even fucking your grandma who has like half a share. He would personally suck the dick of every single Google investor to make sure that YouTube had a profitable fourth quarter this year. So there's no fucking way that they're ever going to punish her. And if they do decide to punish her before 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on Tuesday, I will print a retraction. I will put a retraction in this episode, and I will eat my own words. I will absolutely do that. But until that fucking happens, which it won't, fuck YouTube. YouTube sucks. Neil, you're a spineless fucking coward, and so is everyone else in the higher up positions at YouTube. You're all a bunch of fucking cowards.
Well, and there you go.
This is going up on YouTube, by the way, so go fuck yourself. What are you going to do about it, Neil?
Cowards.
What are you going to do about it? I make you money. I make you money, bitch. What are you going to do? Dance for me. Dance for me, you little bitch. Dance. Put on a little tutu. Do a little ballet for me. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Nothing. You're a coward. You're a coward, Neil. You have no ethics, no spine, no principles, no balls. Nothing. You're nothing. You have the fucking farts that come out of my butthole have more spine than you, Neil Mohan. Prove me wrong. There you go. Mike, well, I can't really drop the Blue Yeti, but there you go. There you go. I've got a hypothetical for you.
All right, shoot.
It's really this one is some top tier shit. So what if your dick didn't work and you had and like Viagra didn't work, nothing worked except Nyquil. But it like still like put you to sleep in 20 minutes. So you could take Nyquil and your dick would work for 20 minutes, but you'd fall asleep right after. What would you do? Would you rather see? This could have been a big red button. Honestly, you know what? It is a big red button. There you go. There you go. Big red button. Your dick only works when you
I
take
wouldn't
Nyquil.
press the button.
So you'd rather have a non-working dick for the rest of your life?
I mean,
you know, you're a pretty healthy guy. You know, I imagine you'll live another probably about 60 years at least, right? You know, modern medicine's getting better and better too, so it might be even longer. But, you know, you'll be like 82, 83 by then. And you just never works. It just never works. You'd be okay with that for another 60
yeah, that's my decision.
Years. I would push that button, but also, it's ironic that Nyquil works like Viagra because you could call it Niagara because it gets the girls wet like Niagara Falls. Huh?
Is that why we went through all these hoops?
Yes. No, I like the hypothetical, but I came up with that after. I came up with that. I didn't come up with it now, but I came up with it. I asked someone else last night, and
what did they choose? Did they decide? It was a
girl. I asked a girl what if her partner had that, and then like if they had like a hypothetical partner and they had that. Dog, what are you doing? My dog is just doing shit. He just does shit sometimes. Hi, dog. How you doing?
I expect that's what a dog does.
They do. They just yeah, if you ever get a dog, they just do shit. It's crazy. It's wild. Who'da thunk it? I mean, I feel like that's a good first half. I feel like we should probably go to the ad break now. We got our big red button in. There we go. We're cooking with Crisco at this point, honestly. Yeah, let's go to the ad break. This episode is sponsored by Liquid IV, the #1 powdered hydration brand in America. We've been partnered with them all summer, and I've been using it to beat the heat through some of these particularly nasty heat waves. While it was scorching hot outside, I was staying cool and refreshed with Liquid IV and their 12 delicious flavors.
One stick of liquid IV in 16 ounces of water hydrates you twice as fast and far more efficiently than water alone, and it also contains 5 essential vitamins and 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks, without any GMOs, gluten, dairy, or soy. Liquid IV is also committed to equitable access to clean water worldwide, partnering with leading organizations to fund and foster innovative solutions with communities that protect both their water and their futures, and donating 39 million servings in 50 plus countries around the world.
Real people, real flavor, real hydrating. Get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code IIHSpodcast, all one word, at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code IIHSpodcast, again, all one word, at liquidiv.com. Thank you again to Liquid IV for partnering with us. This episode has been generously sponsored by skunknuggetparenting.com, run by my own talented mother. Parenting is hard. Sometimes kids and parents are like night and day. It can be very hard to get on the same page with them, and a lot of parents have anxiety that maybe they're doing it all wrong. Luckily, there is a service out there that can help. Skunk Nugget Parenting Solutions is a company that provides parent coaching services, resource referrals, and psychological profiling, along with 24/7 phone and text access in an all-virtual program. Plus, the first consultation is free. In order to get this amazing service, please visit skunknuggetparenting.com. That is skunknuggetparenting.com. Thank you to Skunk Nugget Parenting Solutions for sponsoring this episode. Thank you all for listening. And now, back to the podcast. Welcome back to the show. Here we are. We're doing stuff. We're talking about stuff. Maxwell, I have something I wanted to say to you, actually. So I got a little bit of feedback on the show, and it's directed towards you.
To me.
Yes. Oops, my ringer is on. Hello. Actually, this is a text from someone who told me this. So I was talking to someone. I said something in the first half, and now I forget about it. But it's the same person. And she was like, somebody needs to get Maxwell some cocaine because he sounds 110% done with this shit. I think she's genuinely concerned for your mental health.
Well, I am generally done with this shit whenever we are on this show.
Whenever I called him this morning at like 11 like 10:45 a.m. his time, and he was just not happy. He was not happy to see my name across his phone screen. It was very funny for him to just be like, he sounded a little bit hungover, to be honest. But like, yeah, that was fun.
I was just not up, so
yeah,
I was kind of woken up to do this. So when
hello?
that happens, I would ask you, would you be done? Would you be so done with this?
No, I think doing this show actually revitalizes me a little bit. I feel a little, it always jazzes me up, puts a little pep in my step, puts a little ice cube up my butthole, if you know what I mean. If you catch my cold.
I'm not going to, but I hear you.
Speaking of catching a cold, dude, I there's something going around.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
I've had
that
a
might
cough
contribute.
For 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's been terrible.
Yeah. Also, by the way, I just wanted to preface and say this is a few hours after the first one. We took a little bit of a break. Maxwell had to go do something. So we're gonna go check and see if Sniper Wolf if there are any consequences.
It is still October 20th. Not that much time has passed.
Hang on. We are confirming that there was a temporary monetization suspension per the creator responsibility policies. There was a temporary monetization suspension. So fucking barely anything happened.
Yeah, I mean, she's still a millionaire. So
She released a statement. We're going to read it out loud. Here we go. Let me start by saying I'm sorry for my recent actions. It is inexcusable. I'm sorry to Jacksfilm. Jacksfilm. That's it. He only made one film. Jacksfilm. No Jacksfilms. Jacksfilm. YouTube, the entire creator community, and my incredible fans for not being a better example for appropriate conflict resolution. She fucking fucks it up again. Jacksfilm, while we certainly don't see eye to eye and have our differences, I am sorry for reacting the way I did when I should have taken the opportunity to show young creators how adults and professionals resolve conflict by communicating directly, respectfully, and privately. Not for views or content, but a meaningful example of how conflict should be solved. I will reach out directly and hope we can find some time to connect and communicate respectfully. I'd also like to thank YouTube for holding me accountable. I deserve it, respect the decision, and appreciate the opportunity to learn and grow from a true lapse in judgment. Fuck you! You literally, first of all, you couldn't even fucking spell his fucking name right. It's Jacksfilms. Jacksfilms. They're both plural. Well, technically there should be an apostrophe there, but I don't think they allowed apostrophes back in 2006. So, Jacksfilms. If you're gonna fucking apologize to him, at least fucking spell his name right. Fuck you, Leah. But literally, all YouTube did was a temporary monetization suspension. Whole fucking channels get deleted for less. This is fucking blatant favoritism. Fuck you. Fuck you, YouTube. Suck my dick. And it took them a week. A whole fucking week to do that. She doxed him last Friday. Man, that's nothing. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I agree with you.
Say more. Expand on that.
Well, her apology is half-hearted. She didn't address the fact that she was defending herself before the apology. And I don't know. Yeah, YouTube took very little action in responding to this, and they're the platform that promotes her probably more than anything else.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that, especially considering that they tout her all the time and they retweet her and they're like, where does SSSniper get her ideas? From her fans. And she's like a keynote speaker at VidCon all the fucking time. No. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, Neil. Fuck you, SSSniperwolf. Fuck SSSniperwolf's sister, by the way, because she was complicit in it. And I guess we just wait to see what Jack says, but yeah, her whole channel should be gone. But her apology was super fucking lazy. She didn't even spell his fucking name right. And yeah, no. It's fucking bullshit. And I really want to see what Jack says, but that was almost as bad as the fucking Colleen Ballinger apology. What the fuck? That was really bad. Yeah, that sucks. That fucking blows, actually. That was terrible. Yeah, fuck you, Neil. You're a bitch. You can do more than that, pussy. But now they won't do anything, right? They've done one thing, and I think there's a fear that they can't do a like double jeopardy because they like we've temporarily demonetized her, and but like now we can't do anything else, you know, because they don't want to punish you for the same thing twice. So that's as good as we're gonna get, is a fucking temporary demonetization. That's ridiculous. That is completely fucking ridiculous. And we should honestly consider different like video hosting websites, honestly, because it's just fucking ridiculous. And yeah, they should fucking feel bad. You're bad. YouTube, you're bad, and you should feel bad. Especially you, Neil, you fucking bitch. Would you box Neil, Maxwell?
Ooh, define box.
In the ring, Mike Tyson style. Yeah.
What? Probably not. I'm not looking to fight anyone.
I love fighting. I love fighting.
Well, I'm happy for you, you know? Speak your truth.
So, yeah, he's like 50 years old-ish. He's about as old as my mom, right? And he's a bit of a you know, more portly fellow. I think I could take him. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I could take him. All right. So there's a photo of him with Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant's like a whole head taller than him, right? So we need to compare the height of Kevin Durant to the height of Neil Mohan in order to properly devise how which one of us should take him in a fight, because I will admit you are taller than me, so you do have the reach, but I've got the skills, you know. I'm prepared. I am well versed in the art of combat.
Yeah, well, I will take that. You know, you seem more ready to fight him than I am.
Neil, if you can hear this, which I know you are, me and you in the ring, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Come on down. Hit us up on Twitter when this drops. Hit us up. We'll set up a date. We'll figure it out. Me and you, we're going in the ring. Mutual combat. Let's go. Fuck you. Talk soon.
Amazing.
Aren't my challenges great?
Yeah, you seem to be very good at doing that, initiating those.
You know, and I've never had anyone stand up to me ever since. You know, nobody's ever taken me up on that offer. I think I've scared them off. You know, so yeah, Neil, if I win, you delete her channel and you ban her from ever making another one. And if you win, I will personally buy 3 shares of Google. 3 whole shares. Think about it. Let me know. Love you, babe. Also, fuck off. But yeah, that was a shit apology. That was so bad. Speaking of things that people should apologize for, Jim Jordan has just lost the vote again for House Speaker. Because last week, I don't know if you remember, but Kevin McCarthy, we talked about him, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. Kevin McCarthy lost because he's a fucking loser. You too, Kevin McCarthy. I'm challenging you to boxing as well, you fucking loser. Old bitch. Gray ass motherfucker. Fuck you. I just need to box people. That needs to be my... I'm going to do a KSI where I go from content creator to boxer. And I think that's That's gonna be
Yeah,
how it goes.
it
Except
seems like your main way of resolving a lot of your grievances.
but I exclusively fight old men, you know? Because, I exclusively fight old men. But, yeah. I've put out a lot of offers of mutual combat to old white men. And they never answer. Well, Neil is not white, but I think he's the first non-old white man that I've offered to mutual combat. So, good for him. Baby steps. We're diversifying my portfolio of people that I want to box.
That's right.
But yeah, me and Neil are gonna fight. Me and Kevin are gonna fight. We should make it a 3-way.
Excuse me?
We should make it a 3-way. You heard me. You heard me. Did I stutter? No.
No,
3-way.
you
In the
didn't.
ring. Let's go. Me, Neil, and Kevin. Hell in a cell.
That's just great.
Fuck yeah. Put me in the ring, coach. I'm ready. I'll Rocky their shit, dude. Oh wait, no, Rocky lost that one. Rocky 2, their shit. Hell yeah. I'll be, the Italian Stallion, except I'm Irish. That'll be my title, by the way. The Italian Stallion, except I'm Irish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, Jim Jordan lost.
Again.
Pedophile enabler Jim Jordan. That's right, bitch. What are you gonna do about it? You gonna prove me wrong? You gonna prove me wrong, Jim? You gonna prove me wrong? No, I didn't think so, bitch. Fucking loser. Fucking cunt. That's right. I use the C word. What are you gonna do about it? You're not gonna win the House Speaker vote? That's not what you're gonna do. So yeah, the House GOP has just decided to give up on him, as far as we can tell. So that's breaking news for us. When this goes out on Tuesday, it probably won't be, but hopefully we'll have a new speaker by then. I would like to have someone decent.
Yeah, isn't it great when we just have a position in government that's just not filled by anyone?
We have a temporary speaker, and he's doing okay. He's also Republican, but I'll admit, he's not stepping outside of his bounds or anything. He's like, my job is just to hold over the House Speaker elections. So it is kind of a shame that they're not getting anything done. But at the same time, it's a Republican House and they're not getting anything done. So that's good. We take those, ladies and gentlemen. We take those. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck you, Jim. You're a bitch. I'll box you too. I don't give a fuck. Take you all on. I'll take all you bitches on. There are maybe 2 people in the house who I couldn't take out in a boxing match. 2. Maybe. I'm very confident. I'm very, very confident. But, if we made the prize pool big enough, if the wager was big enough, I would absolutely be able to take out all but 2 of the people in the fucking House of Representatives. Don't you agree? How many representatives do you think you could take?
I'm probably not going to take any of them down.
We got to buff you up. We got to get your arms going. We need to put some muscle on there. Cause I have fat guy strength. I am fat, but with the fat comes the fat guy strength, which is incredibly powerful. Don't challenge a fat guy to a fight, cause fat guy strength is no joke. They can run your shit, dude. They can run your fucking fade. They will end your shit. But yeah, there's very, very few people in the fucking House of Representatives who I could not take out. I think Marjorie Taylor Greene would give me the most fucking trouble because she's literally just like an ape. She's literally fucking Cro-Magnon, you know? That fucking brow ridge, she's a fucking Neanderthal. You know? She'd be like, you know? Have you ever seen her? She's the missing link between human and gorilla. Except she's blonde. And
I
yeah.
don't know about that. I'm not gonna compare anyone to monkeys. Is my take.
I think if you could compare anyone to Homo erectus or Australopithecus, I think she is what an Australopithecus would look like if you shaved it. I think that bitch is a fucking shaved Sasquatch. They did find Bigfoot and they fucking shaved her, and then they put her in Congress. You know, hey, you know what? You know what? It's diversity, right? Because now we have someone who's representing the Sasquatch population of our country. You know, we got to get the crucial Sasquatch voice in Congress. You know, for too long they've gone unrepresented, but now Large Marge is in charge. If you know what I mean. I like how I said that like there's any kind of euphemism there. No, she's Fuck you, Marge. You're a bitch. Fuck you up. Take you in the boxing ring too. Fuck yeah. I'm on fire today.
Just fight everyone.
Damn right. Damn right. That's how all government positions should be established. Is you have to fight the previous person to get it. So that way, like every seat in Congress, like if we just had one guy who's really good at fighting, he could just challenge all the other Congress members for their seats, and he would just absorb them into himself. So like there would be one guy who controls all of Congress, and that guy would be me, because I would I would kick so much ass.
Yeah,
because I would just get better every
so
time.
much ass.
I just get better every time.
You just take all those people's jobs and just do a better job.
I would. Because I think being able to kick someone's ass is the best way to is the best way to decide who really leads this country, you know? They actually have a word for that, by the way. Did you know that? They actually have a word for when the physically strongest member of a group leads the group. It's called cratocracy or craterocracy with a K. Krato crassy. It's very weird that I know that, but I do. But yeah, you know, that's the rules we should live by. I want Mike Tyson in charge of our government. He gets my vote. What do you think? Have you ever seen Mike Tyson Mysteries?
No, I haven't watched it.
I would. I would tell you to go watch it, but now it just makes me sad because Norm Macdonald was one of the main characters, and he's dead, and I'm very sad because I love Norm Macdonald. Oh, I fucking love Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald's great. He's like my fucking favorite.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely one of my inspirations as far as comedy goes. There's a joke that I feel very much would have worked if he had said it. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, since you've brought it up.
Okay, so here's how it goes. It's very easy to win try not to come games. Where most people fail is they start jacking off. Now just imagine Norm Macdonald said that, and it would be like 10 times funnier. Yeah, I wish I was as funny as he was. Damn. Yeah. I wish this podcast was as good as fucking Norm Macdonald live. That'd be great. We need an easy target. You know, Norm Macdonald, back in the 90s, he had OJ, right? We need to find someone who can be our OJ, our white whale. You know, we gotta decide who our OJ is.
Sure.
What do you think? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know who it could be. Modern day OJ. Maybe it's quite a substantial position he had during the trial, because you have to account for the fact that he murdered some people. The trial became a subject of race. The fact that he was acquitted was kind of like a weird reversal of like the action of cops, like the violence of cops towards black people.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what really compares today to that.
Oh,
but it's
I'll tell you who it is.
All right.
I'll tell you who it is. Who the modern OJ was. It was Bill Cosby. Because Bill Cosby got off too. Fucking yeah. So I think the equivalent of Norm Macdonald and OJ in the 2010s was Hannibal Buress and Bill Cosby. You know, I'd love that fucking Hannibal Buress stand up where he just destroyed Bill Cosby. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
That was fucking good. I love Hannibal Buress. I was so sad when he left Eric Andre because they were so good together. That was great. All right, who would you rather have as a guest on the show, Eric Andre or Hannibal Buress?
Hannibal Buress.
Okay, I'm gonna get Eric Andre on the show, and I'm gonna show Eric that clip. So there you go, and you'll have to defend it, and that'll be the content for the episode.
I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense if you were to pick Eric Andre. I think we are just two very different people.
No, I was just picking Eric because you said you wanted Hannibal. I think it would be cool if we had either one of them. I couldn't possibly choose. I think they're
all right.
I think they're like two halves of the same coin. You know, you can't have the heads without the tails, right? Like, and I think the show doesn't work without Hannibal on there anymore. I think that's very sad to not have them, you know, together. It'd be like if, yeah, it's like, did Siskel or Ebert die first? Which one of them died? Siskel and Ebert. Siskel died first. It was like Ebert after Siskel died. You know, that was the duo. You know, can't have one without the other. Yeah. Yeah. It was really. Did you know that they like how they got their start?
Nope, I don't.
So they got their start, but they were in Chicago, right? But they were writing news. They were writing like film reviews in two different newspapers, right? So if you're not familiar with like Chicago newspapers, there's the Chicago Sun-Times, which is what Ebert was writing for, and there was the Tribune, which is what Siskel was writing for. And the Chicago Tribune sucks. They're just the worst. Tribune Media is just the worst. That's their parent company. They're the worst. And the Tribune is bigger, but the Sun-Times is I would say it's much better. I will say it's because I'm biased against the Chicago Tribune, but also the Chicago Tribune is biased against reality because they're a bunch of fucking Republican douche nozzles. Fuck the Chicago Tribune. Yeah, they
Right.
suck. But yeah, they both got their start as like Chicago like film critics, and then they worked for rival papers, and then they got a PBS show together, and it was great. It was really cool. Fucking yeah. Yeah. I was sad that I never got to see Siskel and Ebert together. I only just got Ebert because Ebert passed away in 2013, but Siskel died in '99. So that was sad. But Ebert was great. I have a copy of one of Roger Ebert's books, and it was really good. He's a really good author.
Nice. You gotta
Yeah.
respect the,
Gotta,
the
yeah.
heads of comedy.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't just like comedy and stuff, they were just good film reviewers, they were you could generally like trust them to give a good, unbiased, fair review, and they were pretty good. Even when I don't know if you're familiar, did you ever watch Godzilla 1998?
Nope.
The shitty one? Yeah. Well, so the director, Roland Emmerich, noted director Roland Emmerich, he had been critically panned by Siskel and Ebert multiple times, and so he put in he made the evil mayor guy Mayor Ebert, right? And
Right.
just didn't do anything. He didn't kill him off, didn't like do anything funny. And so fucking Siskel and Ebert made fun of him for like, okay, you put us in the movie, how are you gonna insult us? You didn't do anything. You didn't insult us, you didn't make fun of us or anything. And it was just like, fuck you, Roland. Like you had such a, if you're gonna insult them by putting them in the movie, like do something about it, yeah. God. But like,
Missed
I mean,
opportunity.
how could you make fun of them, But they're like, I guess the closest thing we'll get now is Statler and Waldorf, the two old guys, the two old Muppets. I love those guys too. Which one are you?
Between what?
Statler and Waldorf.
I don't know those people.
So have you never seen the fucking Muppets?
No, I have not.
Just none of them. None of the Muppets. None of anything.
Not really, no.
Man, what was your childhood? What did you do? Like,
I don't know. I just didn't watch the Muppets.
Man. So Waldorf is the let me send you a picture. But like so what they would do is, even so, back in 1975 in the Muppets Sex and Violence, it's that was the name of their show, by the way, Sex and Violence. I fucking love Jim Henson. Another guy who was taken from us far too soon. That was sad. Jim, love you, man. But yeah, Waldorf is if you're unfamiliar, they like go in the balcony seats and they're like hecklers, right? Hecklers / critics, and they're kind of like, again, Siskel and Ebert.
Right.
Well, although no, technically they might have came first. They might have came first, actually. Holy shit. Did reality mimic the Muppets? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But anywho, Waldorf is the short one with the Albert Einstein mustache, and Statler is the one in the pinstripe suit. So I think I would be Waldorf and you would be Statler. Which
And
means
we
you
would
get a
both
unibrow.
laugh
Yeah,
at
you
whatever
get a
the
unibrow, and I have to shave my eyebrows. So that's fun. But I think I have a better chance of growing a mustache than you do. So that makes sense.
And I must have a better chance of growing a unibrow.
No, I think I could probably grow a pretty fucking good unibrow. It takes a lot to keep me from having one. I used to have to fucking shave that shit all the time. It was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, God, I fucking love I love hecklers. Hecklers are so fucking funny. So it's like, yeah, I feel like that's our job, you know, because we just spent like 10 minutes shitting on Sniper Wolf's apology because she couldn't even spell the name of the person she was apologizing to. Come on. Am I taking fucking crazy pills here?
Well,
It's insane.
Nope, what you read was right.
How did that chat GPT looking apology fucking pass anyone with a brain? Does she not have anyone with a brain on her PR team? Anyone at all? I mean, probably not, because she's you know, she still was posting after the whole doxing thing. Did you see
Right.
Did you see that post her and her sister did where it was like, we show up to your house, what do you do?
Yep.
Oh my god. I This is 2023, people. This is 2023. It's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse. I'm not looking forward to 2024. But you know what? You know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? Are you prepared? We're doing something.
What's that?
I want to get your opinion on something. I want to change gears. I want to talk about something positive, okay? I feel like we've been a little too negative today. And I want to start over. I want to have a clean slate. And I want to talk about something much more positive. Okay, are you ready to go?
Yep.
All right. We are going to rank. Hang on. Does this have it? Okay, it kind of does. All right, fine. We're going to be ranking Thanksgiving foods. This is totally not because I'm cooking Thanksgiving dinner and I need ideas. This is totally not what's going on here. I definitely haven't run out of ideas here. But anywho, are you ready to go? Are you ready?
Yeah.
I've got the tier list pulled up. So,
Okay.
turkey. What are we giving it? S, A, B, C, or D? What do you think?
I'll give it an A.
I will also give it an A. I think it's not really my favorite part. I think definitely there's like the gravy and stuff definitely helps, but like on its own it's not really like super great. But what really changed my mind is I did a turkey breast in the air fryer last year because
Yep.
it was just me and my mom's. So sorry, I'm snapping at my dog to get him to come over here and quit scratching at the door. Come here, bud. And it was like super juicy. It was so good. So I was like, that definitely changed my tune. So if I wasn't cooking for like 5 people, I would definitely do that again. But as it stands, probably an A tier. How do we
What's
feel
next?
about? Let's do the desserts after. Biscuits. Actually, do you prefer biscuits or rolls?
I'm more used to rolls, I guess.
I make a damn good dinner rolls. I make damn good dinner rolls.
I would also put those in A. I don't know how many Thanksgiving foods there are.
There's a lot on this list. So
All right.
just get ready. Just settle in. Where would you put the biscuits though?
I put them in A.
I'd put the biscuits in B personally.
Okay.
I think they're a little dry compared to rolls, you know? And you know, it's like the fabled like medieval torture of making someone eat a Popeyes biscuit with no drink, you know? They'll die halfway through.
Yeah,
So
I
dry.
mean, I'm going under the expectation that they're kind of buttered at the top, but
Yeah, but even then it's still just very, very dry. Brussels sprouts, what do you think?
I guess I'll give it a B.
I have managed to avoid eating Brussels sprouts over the last 21 years. Never had them.
Well, they're pretty good when they're like put in the oven.
Yeah.
They're
I've
toasted.
had asparagus. I like asparagus. I've been known to even put asparagus in my air fryer and just eat it plain, you know, with nothing else. So, you know, maybe we'll try that. How about dinner squash? Like a nice old just a nice old squash.
I guess I
Nothing
put
else.
that in C.
All right. How about jellied cranberry as opposed to cranberry sauce? That comes later.
Also a C.
C. All right. How about a green bean casserole? How do you feel about that?
What?
You never had green bean casserole?
No.
Oh, I love green bean casserole. Green bean casserole gets an B plus at least, if not an A. It's very
Right.
good. You should try it.
Well, I've never tried it. So
What are
I'll put
your
it up.
Thanksgiving plans?
I don't know.
All right, good to know. Ow, I tore up the back of my tongue. All right, did I say jellied cranberry versus cranberry sauce?
Yeah, you haven't mentioned cranberry sauce.
That comes in like one or two. Cornbread.
Also a B.
I would put cornbread in the A tier, but that's because I get good corn because I'm in the Midwest.
There
You guys
go.
don't have good corn, so cornbread. And how about just normal corn on the cob?
It's an A, I'd say.
I would put that at least an A, if not an in S. I
Gotta
fucking love
love-
corn on the cob.
Gotta love corn on the cob.
Yeah. Cranberry sauce.
Probably A.
I think I'm putting that in the S tier, honestly.
There you
It's
go.
really good. It's really good. I make a very good cranberry sauce. I did Thanksgiving last year. I did candied yams. We'll get to that later. Pumpkin pie, turkey in the air fryer, cranberry sauce, and mashed potatoes, and I think that was it. But I did all those, and they were all fucking amazing. And I mostly did. Oh, and I did dinner rolls as well. So 6 things, and they were all fucking fantastic. And I did like a new recipe for each. And I think I know I saved my sweet potato or my my candied yams recipe, but we'll I need to find my cranberry sauce recipe. But speaking of candied yams, what do we think?
What was the next one?
Candied yams.
I don't know if I've had those.
Have you ever had sweet potato casserole?
I've had sweet potatoes. I would say.
Wait, come a little closer to the microphone.
I would say like a B. How about that?
Ow!
I'll put candied yams in B. How does that make you feel?
I put candied yams in S tier. I did. Oh my god, dude.
Ain't that a bitch?
I'll post it on Twitter. When the episode comes out, remind me and I'll post it on Twitter. I will post our
What is Twitter?
Shut up, we're not calling it X. It is company policy. We are not referring to it as X. Okay, it is not a thing. Fuck you. Candied yams, S tier. I made it with I found this recipe with date syrup, and that shit was gas. It was so good. I used date syrup and pears. No added sugar or oil or anything. It was just date syrup and pears, and it was delicious.
Not bad.
It was so fucking good, dude. It was so fucking good. What else? Gravy?
S.
S. Good choice. Creamed corn.
What?
Creamed corn.
I'm trying to remember what that is. I mean,
It's like corn, and there's like breading in there too. It's good. I'm giving it an A tier.
sure, why not?
All right, ham.
S.
I would give it an A personally. I think it's.
Well, that's your opinion.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, I don't know if it's that much better than turkey. You know?
Usually it
I know,
is. I'll take my
yeah.
chances with the ham.
All right, but a nice piece of dark turkey meat or ham. Turkey wins every day.
Well, you are skewing the hypothetical by saying that the turkey is nice.
Well, all right, but
because every part of the ham is nice for me.
Well, yeah, that's why I put them both in A tier, right? I think it averages out to about an A. Right?
Yeah, I can't agree. I mean, I've had better hams consistently than turkeys, but that is from my own experience. So that's what I'm gonna go with. That's what I'm gonna roll with.
I think the ham is more consistent, but the turkey has higher highs and lower lows. You know, turkey can be parts of it are dry, parts of it are nice and juicy, but overall I'd say they're about even. You know?
I would not say they are even. I would say that the lower lows are pretty bad.
I don't know. I've never been that bad with turkey, you know? And if it does get that bad, you can at least put it in the fucking cranberry sauce and call it good, you know? It's a vessel. It's a vessel for a better thing, you know? All right, mac and cheese, what do you think?
S.
Absolutely S tier. Home style or craft box?
What? Home style. Get that craft out of here. On Thanksgiving?
On Thanksgiving, maybe the home style.
Who's cutting corners on Thanksgiving for the food? This is the one day where food matters.
That is true. Mashed potatoes.
S.
Absolutely S. I couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. My mom makes them with. You're gonna shit yourself when I tell you this, but her recipe is she got it from my grandma. Her recipe is one whole stick of cream cheese, one whole stick of butter, half a gallon of fucking whole milk, and the whole goddamn box of mashed potatoes.
Half a gallon of whole milk?
Well, it's for the whole box, but a big box, but mix all that shit together in the big mixing bowl, and it is thicker than you could stop a bullet with those fucking potatoes. It is thicker than concrete. But holy shit, that's good. Sometimes I'll grate in white cheddar. Scallions are good in there too. But
right.
God damn, that is diabetes in a bowl. Let me tell you. but it's fucking good. Red wine.
It's like a B.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not a wine person. Escalloped potatoes, or au gratin, if you will.
Those are like A for me.
I make a pretty good au gratin, and by I mean Julia Child, because God bless that woman. She literally created my fucking taste in food. I would be nothing without her. God bless you. I literally just made the sign of the cross, by the way. Love you, Julia.
Well, good thing she thought about food, or else you wouldn't.
Damn right. Did I ever tell you Julia Child's like 6'1", and she worked for the U.S. government developing anti-shark spray in World War II?
So she was Batman.
Yes, literally fucking Batman. I love Julia Child. You don't understand how much I fucking love Julia Child.
Well, I think
Holy shit.
if I didn't, I'm getting ever closer to understanding now.
Mastering the Art of French Cooking is quite possibly the most important book ever written. Quite possibly. It's very good. Stuffing. How do we feel about stuffing?
S.
I would go with an A, personally.
That's fair.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting to see this
I'm
rating from you.
I'm heavily biased towards stuffing, and I will not shame away from that.
Yeah, I'm a big. I understand that. I think it's easy to fuck stuffing up. I'm not a big fan of adding like pecans or almonds or shit to that, you know. But you know, I think you can do it right. And when you do it right, you can do it very right.
I don't think I've been a party to that experimentation, because it's kind of hard to like get everyone on the same table or on the same page with nuts at a Thanksgiving dinner. But you know what? That doesn't sound so bad.
I think it just messes up the texture, to be honest. Yeah. Sparkling grape juice compared to wine.
I don't know. I'll just put it on the same level as wine. Yeah. Put it at B.
Just do milk. I do milk with every meal.
Yeah.
Whole milk, straight from the udder. That's a lie. I do not drink it straight from the cow. That is a lie. All right. Now here's the debate: pumpkin or apple pie?
I'm more of a pumpkin pie kind of guy, but I mean, I won't say no to apple pie.
I will say, you have had neither my pumpkin nor my apple pie. My apple pie is actually fucking tits. It is some of the best I've ever had. However, I will also freely admit that my crust game is very weak. I do not do my own crust. I mostly just get it from the Pillsbury thing, you know? So it is not my finest work. But the insides are amazing. And what's really sad is before I moved from Chicago, my neighbor had a really good crust, and we were going to combine my filling with her crust, and it was going to be like...
It sounds like a euphemism.
Ew! That's gross. Disgusting. Ew. That's gross. I can't believe you. You fucker. You motherfucker. But yeah, we were gonna combine our recipes, and it just never happened, which was shitty. But you know.
Dang. Well, hopefully someday you can apply your filling to her crust.
She's married and also older than my mother. You sicko. You fucking sicko. You're the worst. The worst. See, the person that complained about Maxwell not being enthused about everything. There you go. Now you can see. Now you see what happens when
I've been properly enthused from that.
When he gets enthused and shit. This is what happens. I can deal with his dirty pervert mind. You think I'm a pervert? You think I make dirty jokes? He's incorrigible. He's incorrigible, audience. I tell you. He's an absolute menace. But
I'm sure they appreciate it.
Pumpkin pie S tier, apple pie A tier. What do you think?
Sure. We'll go with that.
I would put apple pie and pumpkin pie in the S tier. I don't think pumpkin pie usually has a very good crust either. I think the crust with pumpkin pie is kind of leaves a lot to be desired. You know, because like once you get rid of the pumpkin filling, right? You get down to the crust, right? It's just dry and it has no flavor and it sucks. You know, like it's all good up until you get to that crust and then it's terrible. You know?
I see.
Yeah, but I fucking love pumpkin pie. I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, I think that's a good list. I think that's good. And now I know what to make for Thanksgiving. I was definitely running out of ideas. So there we go. Now I have some inspiration. Yeah. If you guys want to leave your favorite Thanksgiving dinner foods, definitely hit us up on Twitter, Threads, and Instagram at IIHS Podcast. We're also on YouTube at IIHS Podcast. We also want to thank our patron, Justin Connor, over on patreon.com/IIHS Podcast. If you want a cool little shout out like that, consider joining the supporter tier. But if you want an even cooler shout out, plus early access to all of our episodes early and ad free, plus movie commentaries. I know we're still working on one. We need to do a new one. We should probably do that at some point. I don't know. Maybe this weekend we'll do something. I don't know. But other than that, yeah, I've been incredibly influential.
And I've been highly successful.
And we'll talk to you guys next week. See ya.